Hey, welcome. So I'm just making a quick share because it feels like there is a real inflow of volcanic fire action energy. This spring, just post equinox, supporting us to go into action. And as we go into action, this fiery energy, which isn't this elemental energy, I think I'd rather say, not just fire, but this elemental energy rising up in us, wanting to rise up from the root and express out into our worlds, just like the sap rises in the trees, to give our creations a new form. And it's just the same as the energy that rises up through the trunk of a tree and brings new leaf to that tree. This beautiful energy, this beautiful force is moving in us as we are aligning more and more within our bodies. And this resetting consciousness, this transmutation, this whatever in consciousness is taking place more and more in the realms of matter. We're resting more and more symbiotically within our planet. We have the potential and we're being supported to be in greater symbiosis with her seasons, her energies, to touch these and feel these in our bodies. And one of the questions that's been being posed to me the last couple of days and again this morning is how do I stay centered and grounded when I'm in motion, when I'm moving, when I'm active? How do I stay connected? Um, and especially with fire energy, which is very much the Shiva, the inner Shiva, fire, bringing clarity, direction, focus, definition to the new form that's emerging. Here we are breaking apart, not even breaking apart old containers, but breaking out new containers for who we are in the world and how our work and our play together is going to express that. So we're making new rules in the playground, new containers for our work, new structures, for whatever it is that we are expressing. And right now we're being very much supported to do that and to have clarity and to stand really in our truth with that clarity of this is my structure in this moment. It doesn't have to be perfect. But because we're on this precipice of breaking apart and breaking into a new reality and a new way of doing things, there is, and the energy is really action energy, fiery energy, doingness energy. The challenge to stay centered while we're active is really strong. And so for me, I'm going to share something, my way of doing this, and just as usual, take what works, leave what doesn't. See if any of this resonates with you. So we're just going to go into a very short practice, I hope, for staying grounded while we're in motion. All right. So if you've got a couple of minutes, just be with me here now and be with yourself here now. Take a moment to give permission for the pause. That's the first thing that helps us center and ground when we're moving, when we're in action. The first thing that helps us center and ground is giving permission for a pause, even if it's just a few moments. And in that pause, everything can change. So we can turn the attention that faces outward, we can turn inwards. And just using very simple tools of intention to direct the attention, the focus of the attention, into our center, and open to notice the sensations happening in the body now. So the first sensation we could notice would be the sensation of the breath, that simple rhythm and movement. Doesn't matter what it's doing. We're not here to change it, judge it. just to let it be exactly as it is, but this is what we are doing with our attention. Then to notice the rise and the fall, the isness and the simplicity of that sensation. Now just interrupting our days, giving ourselves permission for a pause and doing that while we're in action can bring us right home to center, and perhaps we don't need to do anything else. But if we want to, we can take that a little bit further. We can open to notice the sensations in the body as a whole, without naming them, without trying to change them or judge them, letting them be. So our attention is now resting in our center, including our body as a whole. And if we like, we can take that further, and we can take a moment to notice a sensation in the soles of our feet where we're making contact with the ground. Just that there is a sensation there. And in 3 very simple stages, we've managed to center, ground, and come into an embodied state where we've brought our attention on into how am I feeling on the inside. And just while this fire energy is with us, this very active fire energy, that would be my suggestion of just something, just one way of working with that. We can take that further. You can open to notice the rush of air in past the nostrils or in past the lips and out. And just practicing those few things. And when we do that, we're bringing ourselves into the present moment. So those 4 stages are centering, grounding, embodying, and bringing ourselves into the present moment. And we can very quickly, the more we practice that, the more instant it becomes. But that's one of my ways of staying centered when there's really fiery action energy and I've got to go into doing this and I want to stay connected. So that's it. I just wanted to share that little snippet there. I'm just going to feel into whether there's anything else. Yeah, okay. I mean, I could talk just a little bit about this fire energy, although I think I kind of covered this in the intro. There is, as this force rises up in us, a very springtime force, a very natural force, here to bring new life into form, just like every year. This is going to, what I'm seeing a lot of is it's triggering in ourselves and in others, our old stories where we've learned to mistrust our inner fire or mistrust other people's inner fire. And when we notice fire or force, to throw that out as a bad thing, as something that is unsafe. And at the moment, there seems to be, what I'm seeing is a kind of collective healing where those triggers are very gently appearing to rise, but actually within a field where the force and the fire energy that's arising within ourselves and with others is actually grounded, it's in balance, it's in harmony. And where those of us who are really feeling that fiery energy might in the past have backed down when we were triggering others, backed down when someone said, I don't like your way of doing that, or I don't like your boundaries, I don't like your structure, I don't like your light and the way you're delivering your light. Where we might have backed down, it feels as though there's a call to check. Am I grounded? Am I coming from love? Do I have compassion for the person I've triggered? And but to stand firm and say, no, in this moment, this is the best I can do. This is my light. This is my fire. These are my boundaries. These are my structures. This is what's holding me, and I'm gonna stand in it and not let it all disintegrate around me because I've been gently challenged. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that. I've just seen a bit of that this last week, and it seems to be very much part and parcel of what's going on. So it's a bit of a call for compassion and kindness and respecting everyone's choices to step away from what's not for us and stand in our truth and let those people who want to step away from us step away and honor that. Just a little bit of that energy this week I've been noticing. Yeah. So I don't think, just see if there's anything else. It feels like there's an energy coming through. I'm here with my back to this very amazing, beautiful mountain, and yeah, it feels like there's an energy transmission coming through for if you want to just silently be with how you feel. You're going to go into silence with this. So sit and receive if that feels right for you now. Especially open to notice anything moving in the heart and at the root. Okay, and you're invited to take a deep breath and allow an expansion energy to enter the system if that's what feels right for you now. This is very much a transmission. You can feel that diamond light form, that beautiful linearity that arises as a result of harmonic resonance when we're in a connected state and resonating with the love that we are. In oneness awareness, this beautiful white diamond light geometry seems to be what always arises here. And now it's the first time I've had permission to be with a light geometry. Normally I'm with the resonance, the waveform that generates it. So it won't mean a lot to a lot of you, but it means a lot to an energy alchemist, perhaps. Certainly to me. Okay, and this is a transmission of that diamond light energy. Okay, thank you. Lovely to be with you for that. Looks like the end of the day. Bye for now.